All right, hello. We're here. The short stream. Not gonna make it too long, just because I usually can only sit down for so long for VOD review. At least myself. Oh man. Okay. I was hoping to find a little bit more of the stuff. Well, at the very least, we can take a look at one, for sure, because I know I saw one, but I think I'll be able to source the other
Come see how the Neo World
with the help of one of my friends.
Elite MasterCard helps make
Yo,
my
I
life
love
easier as a Canadian
ads.
mom of 3.
I'm using good old incognito, so I'm gonna get hit by all the ads for now. You can take a look at this set because I always find Greninja pretty tough. Apparently some pits actually find that this matchup is not that bad. The Japan pits, when I was talking about it, sounded like they actually didn't mind it, which is super interesting to me. But yeah, we'll take a look and see what ends up happening through there. I don't know Meow super well. Let's have a look here. I wonder if I can find them. It's probably this one. Jinx. I mean, they have some decent results. It's interesting. We'll see. Okay. They're easy, are they? What's up, Wayman? That's pretty funny. Of all the areas to be taking a look at, it's this one. Yeah, so they played Zachary, so I'm going to be watching a little bit of that. I know there are other sets that Zachary played, most notably against Ouch, and I do want to watch that set, but I have to get the footage for that because it's currently not on VG Bootcamp. I might be able to find it on YouTube still, but I asked someone. They might be able to give me a hand. Yeah, we'll start into this one.
No Greninja. I mean, historically, one of the best dash attacks, I think, in Ultimate.
Yeah, the dash tech does go kind of crazy. It's true.
Shield, like, it's criminally safe. But I think some of the things I heard, Greninja, no out of shield options, really. Yes. You know, so when Pig gets to pressing buttons up close, Greninja just kind of has to hold that. Yeah, that Nair does not work as well as you think it should out of shield, so you have to be very careful. And now we're going to see that Nair, when Pig gets to press, I think some of the things I heard, Greninja,
Interesting start here.
out of shield options, really. Yes. You know, so when Pig gets to pressing buttons up close, Greninja just kind of has to hold that. Yeah, that Nair does not work as well as you think it should out of shield, so you have to be very careful. And now we're going to see that Nair war, that fair war, and in some cases for Zachary, also that back air going to come out in the neutral, and we get to see what does that middle range distance look like. Back air going to come out.
Chicken Jockey. What's up, Jeffo? They used to go by Causeless 99. Okay, no, I don't recognize that tag myself, but that's cool trivia. I guess, yeah, that's what the CL99 is. They basically jumped at the same time. In fact, Pit jumped earlier, but wasn't able to shield. Or no, he tried to up tilt. It's his fault. You just watched this set this morning? That's pretty funny. How did I enjoy Peak? It was on the screen for a while. You could say it was a movie. That's about all I can say. It was fun to not take it seriously. Let's just put it that way. I'm too old. Listen, I like I like the story coming together logically. I feel like some things got introduced so quickly and skimmed over. And I was like, what the heck? Clutched a 2v1 scenario but lost a set. Yeah. Did you watch the Minecraft movie, Felix? That's what we're talking about.
Get to see what does that middle range distance look like in this matchup. I feel like they're really going to stay in the middle of the Pokeball for sure. Oh yeah, like an actual match of Pokemon here. So let's see how it goes. The fall away Nair just playing this one safe down there.
The down air is not safe, but it is an interesting idea because you can, like, the next thing that they're probably going to do is a follow-up on the ground. So you jump off the ground, so you avoid stuff like jab and down tilt. And the out of shield after the fact is going to be pretty poor on Greninja's part here. So that part's pretty interesting. We just go to frame data. Curious about how quickly Greninja can get any kind of hitbox out there, because that forward air is really, really short, or really like not short, really long startup, 19 frames. And back air is basically like the main thing, but the thing is, if you're doing it from the front, that's a lot more predictable. Let's get just Pit here as well, because Derek comes out, I think, frame 13. Okay, 13, and then there's, if you hit at the start, there's 4 frames. Then that means you still have about 22 left over. I don't even know. I guess you could technically get punished, but depends. Trying to think if you have any other options to this. I mean, if you end up jumping away, it's still a pretty good idea, in my opinion. You did watch the Minecraft movie on opening day, and it's time you'll never get back, but you pretended it was better than it was for the sake of your children who loved it. It was definitely... The bar was already low, and it was lower than... It ended up being lower than I expected. Maybe we need to step the sacrifice... We need Step to sacrifice the life of my firstborn child so I can enjoy the Minecraft movie. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I did have to suspend my natural tendencies of movie enjoyment.
All the way near her, just playing this one safe down there. And I like that, you know, again, Greninja's going to do this thing where they'll break away, and then they'll just start doing the empty jumps in place, trying to just threaten that space. I think, you know, again, hit, bow and arrow that.
Actually, yeah, there was one more thing I was going to take a look at, which was... Nair is usually very safe, right? Yeah, like -2, -4, right? So if you combine that with down tilt, which is frame 5, yeah. I think you can get punished if you do a down air, but I mean, for starting out, it's a reasonable idea. I kind of wish Dare to Shield was a little bit better, but it's close. You understand that the next thing you say might get an okay boomer response, but for some people, or from some people, but you told Kazul when you got home, his top 3 worst movies you'd ever seen. That is hilarious. You know what I actually found out recently? This is a boomer take. I think I've started getting into, like, really old movies, because I'm a big fan of slow pacing And so old movies actually hit that perfectly. Um, I've also really gotten kind of sick of like CG and CGI stuff in movies, especially like very like green screen heavy movies. So when it gets kind of brought back to such basic elements that it's like almost like a borderline stage play, where like the set is all constructed, but it's very limited setting. That is something that I actually find that I'm really enjoying now. So when I was on the plane, it was hilarious because I had like a giant 80 year span. So I watched The Fall Guy, which came out I think last year. That's with Ryan Gosling. Pretty good movie. I enjoyed it. And then I watched Casablanca, which is from like 42. And I actually really enjoyed that one. There's a couple of movies from back then that I do want to watch. But yeah, I was surprised it was on the airplane entertainment. And I was like, let's go. Someone tell them about Persona games for slow pacing. Persona is like so close to working for me, but the problem is that I don't know. It's like there's some part of me that still wants to avoid it. It's like knowing that I'm descending a layer deeper into weebhood. Not that I'm already pretty weeb, so maybe that's not something I need to worry about. The Sting and Apocalypse Now Redux are two to watch if you haven't seen them. I know about Apocalypse Now, but I have not seen it, and I haven't seen The Sting either. But I will keep that in mind. I'm kind of becoming a little bit more of a movie person. And the thing is, I do it off of... what's the word? I like kind of reviewing it, right? So a lot of times I enjoy kind of just seeing how it gets constructed. Show the Weeb plush. I don't really have too many plushies. I can show you what I have. I don't have very much, though. But they're not very weeb. You guys want to see them? Press 1. If you do, then I'll get up and I'll go grab them. But they're a little far away. Redux. Okay, yeah, I figured it might be Redux is what you meant. But I do know Apocalypse Now just because I know that the filming of that was kind of crazy.
Stop all those movement options. I don't want to see that. Yeah, it's a little bit frustrating for Greninja in that environment because he's trying to bait you out, get you a little bit too comfortable, and then he throws out his disjointed forward air. But Zach Ray...
This is classic. I love these. So at very high percent, when you're getting to like this point, this is a bit on the early end, but it still works. You can do this drop down fair, and usually it kind of pops the person into this kind of like plant. And most of the time you can do either down tilt like this, or a down smash at high percent, so like let's say like 140 or 150 where it actually kill. But at this percent, down tilt's better, because if they don't DI it, you can get an up air. And that kills.
Not giving him a chance to set up the spacing game. One of the kings of conversions right here is Zach Ray's fit, but Greninja
Oh, good catch there.
very similar claw. You know, I just feel like maybe just a little too aggressive on the way down. I know that every time we get up close and personal, we do toss out nair, we do toss out forward air or back air. Those moves, of course, if scouted out properly, can be dealt with. And Greninja, for God's sakes, one thing he's going to do, he's going nair. Oh, yes, he is. You know that for sure. Speaking of nair, here it comes. The up tilt, great catch into the up air. No drag downs there, but that makes sense at that percent. Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy, man. Do you see this? What the heck? What the heck, man? Straight arrow misses. No.
Crouching right up underneath the neutral special. Ooh. Caught Zach Ray at the start of a back air. They're going to punish, put him into the corner. This is the opportunity for Meow to get back in and quickly. Ooh.
Rolling in from ledge just like me.
Oh, yes. You know, and another thing too, I completely spaced on is that Greninja, if I'm not mistaken, a fast faller, easy to combo. Yes, very easy to combo, which I think is a dream come true for a character.
Oh gosh, oh gosh.
Got to see some adjustments here and fast on Meow's behalf. Meow, of course, playing really well in the corner.
I mean, yes, Greninja is easier to combo for the fast fall nature, but his jump makes it really awkward because I find that plus the fast volley sort of like the fall speed makes it very hard to track the
Shot on the way back to the stage. Zach Ray,
disadvantage
arrow placement
movement.
is also insane. That
Got
is
caught
so
there though.
hard to
Alright, how did
back to the stage. Zach Ray's arrow placement is
just a
also
roll and got hit?
insane. That is so
Interesting.
hard to control. But he's finding a way so far. Does lose that stock. 82% up. Trying to fade out that air dodge. But Meow very aware, not giving it to him. Another great set of arrows. Forcing Meow into the corner. You can't go high because my arrows are there to shut you down.
That's interesting. It's so far away that he's trying to. Yeah.
Get up attack. Up tilt, trying to get the party started. You know, and I think that's the difference between
That's nice.
Greninja and Pit at times.
I guess you can do that to the forward air. You can parry it and down smash. That's an idea. Okay. Okay, this isn't Weeb Plush stuff, but I can show you a little bit what's at my desk here. I have some soundtracks that I brought from Japan. I still haven't ripped them yet, but all the CDs are here. So I have a few artist ones. I listen to a lot of Japanese artists. So this is Ami Ozaki. These were actually really hard to find. So 2 of her albums. I have the Fist of the North Star soundtrack. I know it's all kind of janked out because of the filters that I have on my camera, but that's another one there. This is a series from the 90s, Yawara. This one's also very cool. It's like a 2-parter. Modern artist. Oh gosh, this one doesn't work very well, does it? Ayaka Ohashi. One of her semi-recent albums. 90s artist. Miki Imai. Another 90s artist. Yuko Hara. I really like this album. Also like the Miki Imai one that I had, but yeah. And then this one too. This is a City Hunter soundtrack. And then one Gintama soundtrack, but that's because I'm a huge Gintama fan. That's some of what I bought. Japan is dangerous, man. So easy to spend. The thing is, like, with all the CD stack that I had there, that's still like half of what I could have got. I had to turn down a lot of things, like mentally, of like, you don't need this, stop, don't do it. I was like, okay. That was a nice one.
You know, Pitts isn't dangerous either, but you know, they'll trade off some of those stray hits for maybe some of those like conversions. I do need that initial hit to turn into that.
This is interesting. So he did a nair here, and then basically was like that. A little jump in. So that would have worked pretty well if the Greninja attacked. But then after that, what's really interesting is the way that he drops through and then sets up for down tilt. That's crazy, because like in theory he loses this interaction, but because he also drifts forward some more. It's in this weird spot where the extra drift in on Greninja didn't work out. He also tried to do a turnaround grab when it crosses up. That's interesting. Is that even possible? I don't know if that actually works. Where's dash tech? Minus 13. I don't think you can actually do that. I guess it has to be a pretty hard read.
Trying to take that away from Pit, you could be in a good spot. We're already seeing Zachary also on top of that, putting in a little bit of taking advantage of the adaptation.
Oh, that's actually kind of interesting with the down tilt there. Hold on, sorry. Down tilt's minus 12, which is actually pretty close to down airable, so it makes sense to try and down air.
The conditioning that he's created with that back air versus the landing into the tomahawk forward throw. And you just saw both of them back to back working out very well. Up throw, up air. Stay back, like the delay on the way down. I'd like to see some drag down up air combos.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Just kind of put Zach in that blender and more importantly start forcing him to think. Yeah, Yeah, Meow is mostly keeping up very well. I feel like Zachary is just getting more neutral openings.
So it looked like he had like a very strong start, but now he's getting, it's a little more even on this round, like or like up to this point now. Ooh, got hit with the net.
Enough to really put the hurt on and make it hard for Meow to keep up.
Yeah, that was kind of a little bit of a lazy fair there, trying to cover the air, but like it was punishable.
Yeah, he hit you with the good morning on that one. 3 p.m. at Vegas, I'm just getting out of bed. Zachary,
Ooh, nice
definitely wide awake. 3 p.m. at Vegas, I'm just getting out of bed. Zachary, definitely wide awake. Shout out Katy Perry after that one. 94%.
Yeah, he's trying to get the down air spike, and he's getting pretty close. I think he might get it off of one of those. That's an idea. See, in this situation, what I like to do is I do the hop kind of similarly to what Zachary does here, but instead over here I would do a nair and then auto cancel it on the ground. And that usually gets a lot of people think it's more punishable than it actually is. In this case here, it would have caught the unshield on the jump, but well, could have. But if it didn't, then you still would have been relatively safe and sharking under the plat.
That's the risk reward right there. How often do you go for the parries? Because if you get that mix up wrong,
that was really close to me.
Zachary,
no, Zachary! Just like me. Could you imagine if he lost the game off of this? So he does this, and then goes for up B, and then gets hit here? That would have actually been so tragic. Meow actually almost got it too, that's the thing. Ooh. I think you might have been able to kill Zach, right? Like, it would have been close, but that'll be. Greninja's pretty light, so I mean. Yeah, that was a pretty good first game. Let's see the adjustments Zachary makes here.
Game, but it was not a game without challenge. I'll put it that way. Meow definitely made him work a little bit for his money. And a much slower neutral here. We see Zachary not holding forward as aggressive.
Motivational Z. I'll just say Z. Welcome. How's it going? Just watching some Zachary.
Out of the corner, you've got stage control. It's not really on you to do anything. No, not at all.
Oh, maybe we're gonna get.
Oh my goodness, those arrows.
We might get into big ledge trap, which is interesting because I guess maybe that's something that you can take advantage of. I guess he has a hitbox on recovery. It's not one that launches away.
This is great. Those down airs as well from Zachary coming out even more in the corner now. You cannot escape. Finally, Meow finds one back air, tries to jab out, but over.
Yeah, doing pretty good. Taking it easy, doing a little short streak. Yeah, that was pretty risky. Down tilt might have been a little bit better there.
Yes, a little too committed to the bit. Sometimes you gotta commit to the bit, but I don't think this is one of those times. 42% on Zachary, he is thriving right now. He most certainly is. He's thriving. Meanwhile, Meow just barely surviving here, but if there's a will, there's most certainly a way. Catches the down tilt. Now, we talk about party starting options on pit. You know, Greninja certainly has some as well too. Down tilt can definitely get the fun.
Oh, I love these. I love doing this where it's like you're chilling here, you see them about to go into your space, and you're like, nah, quick pivot grab. Oh, so great. You've been watching a lot of the guides, and they're helpful and insightful. Send them to people on the esports team. I appreciate it. I really need to put out more of them. But I plan on doing that. I just, how to say it? It's a little hard to put them out. It takes time. So I appreciate it though. It's I'm glad to hear that they're getting some mileage for people because that's what they're for. So yeah, very much appreciate it.
Hey, that might have been the
appreciate you stopping by on the stream here too.
In my damn life. Speedy Gonzalez out here. That's crazy. Does not get it the second time. Finally, Meow gets back, but every down. There's that drag down you wanted. Okay, couldn't quite get the right tech read. They're down here. No, I gotta see Nair again, man. I gotta be real. You know, I gotta see the
this is
safety
bad,
in
yeah.
it too,
Okay.
man. -2 on shield on the first hit, so that's gonna force me. I was gonna force Zachary to dig deep on what that response is gonna be. Oh, there's down tilt. Wants that party to get started. Oh, a little bit misspaced.
Wow, that's crazy.
118 though.
I might do the same thing, so I get it.
Here. Don't waste that jump. Good mix up. Okay?
That was
Oh,
nice.
I mean, Lentini, you
Like
said
that.
it. Don't waste it. Don't waste the jump.
Sometimes when the reaction's on point, it's
Back
just
here.
on point, you know.
I'm not even gonna give you a chance to land on the platform. Yeah, not a chance. 35%. This is getting away from Meow. Zachary has turned it up a little bit, getting a little bit more aggressive as well, but gets punished for that. Oh my god. Okay, gotta be careful. Can't get too aggressive. Okay, went for the shield there.
Okay,
that
got
time,
away
tried
with
to
it.
stuff it out. Jesus.
Punish there.
Yet forcing such mix-ups. Oh!
Wow, that would have been a crazy conversion if it ended up working
Gotta
out.
pull it out. Oh, that was smart.
Alright.
You know, like
Oh no, it poked! No! That's unfortunate. I need to see how the second stock got taken on the Greninja because I wasn't paying attention. Is it an up tilt?
Wants that party to get started.
Or sorry, an up tilt, up air. Oh no, it was the up smash. That's what it was, sorry. Right here, where it was basically like that, right? How's the first stock taken here?
Active hitboxes. This is great. Those down airs as well from Zachary coming out even more in the corner now. You cannot escape. Finally, Meow
Right.
finds one
Off of
back
punish.
air. Tries to jab out.
Yeah, that makes sense to do. Okay. Alright. Very interesting. Okay. So there's not... The entire tournament is not available on BGBC yet. It might have been streamed on a different stream as well, though, to be fair. The heck? It's just a random 2018 Smash 64 moment. Oh, no, I don't need to do that. Yeah, it feels like it's missing a decent amount there. Okay, let me take a look at this because apparently Larry apparently was watching it. I mean, this looks like BGBC. Yeah, this just looks like BGBC. Why'd we skip over the GOAT MFA? Do you want me to watch the MFA one? I'm sorry. Here, we can watch the MFA. We're watching a so we're watching a watch party. Oh my gosh, thing is dying on me. Hold on. Hello? Okay. Actually, a fun fact for MFA is we actually used to play a lot of Wi-Fi in Smash 4. So when he had like his big kind of like glow up in Ultimate, I was like, wait, I know that guy. Does he win his set? That's what's important here.
Analogy.
Oh, what the heck? He's playing Falcon.
I'm assuming. Going. Local. Bro, Silver, I am not going. I'm not buying a flight a week.
Huh? Silver? This is Silver talking?
Bro, Silver, I am not going. I'm not.
I didn't say anything.
Buying a flight a week before something.
Wasn't me, I swear. That's funny. This is probably the bracket one.
Let out
Gaming.
area to put him out too. So just an assortment of tools.
Dude, I
to
wish I
make
could see it a little bit.
Tree coming through from him as he bounces.
Zoom
Oh.
this.
You never know.
And look at Light.
Wait,
knows
no, this is
exactly
too
what we
late.
know as well. He's gonna keep hopping around by the
Because I'm pretty sure Zachary did not make top
Okay, hold on,
24,
might as well.
if I'm remembering that correctly. So it'll probably be this one.
Oni made a lot of very smart decisions, and even again, just like the combo routes, depending on
Right
where the
here?
blocks were.
I was watching.
Wait, I can't believe he died.
That way,
Yeah,
left.
that way. I think that would have been an
Oh, I might have watched like just a tad of it because I was seeing.
His arrow placement is also
Okay,
insane.
okay. We found some Zachary.
I think
Same set we just watched, but that's okay.
pop up.
Okay. We spare no expense at level up X.
There you go, man. There you go. Oh, I like that. I like it.
Shiny
Hold on.
mark.
Man, this is looking dead even here.
It
Oh, goes
is.
for a tech chase. Oh, last hit.
Okay, this is
I'm
top
already trying
120.
to bury it.
This is where we
Might
need to
have
be.
messed up. Or he probably jumped out of shield to do something.
And a lot of these players that are, man, this is
Deja.
close.
Yeah.
Here tries to crap the diamond, but Kurama using the unit collision and
So, yeah, when you're playing a character that, you know, is this
Also, apparently he had a really good set against Chag, which I would like to see.
immediately, that's good though. He did get the hit.
so then he got just the
Bro.
strength angle. But again, does get the spike hitbox though.
Hello?
Blue touch.
Bro is not, you know, hit the Kobe for that one.
Kirash.
Probably no. Okay, well. And look at this. What the?
Okay, maybe it was BGBC 2. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. Yeah, it's probably this one. We're slowly getting to where we need to be. I swear.
Draws first blood with that Nair back air. Wolf on the back.
This is still pools.
The three stock.
Still pools. Okay, this is 128 probably coming up here now.
Popular right now. You know.
Still pools.
Classic.
Got the
Cutter to
Naruto.
recover.
Yeah, it kind of helped.
Leaf headband.
I think.
Hello?
Thing though
Is this all pools?
threw me off there a little bit. Shiny mark right now just kind of moved.
Okay, here's a tab.
This is it. Got to get him going. You got to get him going today. Does not go for the down air. How
What is this?
playing for the championship ring right there. Jesus, bringing that.
Luis versus Sonics.
Oh, the parry did not get to you. When is it a good time to counter versus when? Okay, using a grenade to force the extra damage on, but
Zach Ray,
Sonic's looking virtually unscathed here.
where are you?
That is crazy amount of damage off of one combo. Yeah, you know. All right.
That was this one, right? Okay, is it this one? This is top 24. Am I wilding and he actually made top 24? And I'm forgetting. Or was it Level Up Expo? Yeah. Let's see here. Doramigi though. What a gamer. No, Zachary didn't make it. This is top 128. Which one was his bracket again? D2, maybe? Something tells me D3. Yeah. 3 out the buzz, unfortunately. Rip the buzz. Oh, it doesn't say anything about the station. Dude! Where was it? When did it happen? I need to know.
Put the extra damage on, but Sonic looking
Oh man.
off the top. Something. Right. Because of it. But now let's talk.
oh, in this point, yes. Let me see something.
Okay, must be in here somewhere.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
However,
Step between and not bear.
it's such a great,
Slow.
super slow.
Leo butts. Love it.
Okay, maybe I should just figure out where that Leo set is happening. Because Leo makes it. How did Leo versus Krupp up here? That was right around there, right? So it'd actually be over in this direction. I don't think it's on this one either. Maybe VGBC3? Hello? No, this is pretty far back. Okay. Krupp is number 1 AZ right now. There we go. Another AZ mention. Okay, do we actually have to watch? Maybe we have to watch it after all. We might have to watch the Larry stream, because I know he watches it. I guess it has the nice. Oh. Oh, maybe it's off stream. Ah, there it is. It's off stream.
Okay, puts a little gun, but then light shines him. Okay, he's not dead yet. Nice, that was so good. All right.
Yeah, you reacted to a DI.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay. Okay, this is the quality we'll be watching it. Exciting. Absolutely exciting stuff.
That was really good though.
Okay, let's hear if he points the stream up.
Damn, that
Okay,
was
he's not dead yet.
good.
Nice, that was so good. All right.
Yeah, you reacted to a DI.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh,
Assuming, yeah.
okay, it's Naru. Or Nadu. Let's get this together. Yeah. Okay. Alright, we can get it here. Which set? Is it this one? Oh, okay. Alright, okay. Watch a little bit of the Buzz set. Honestly, bless Nord for having this, or having done this. Sometimes there's sets that just don't get streamed, and that's how it goes. That's how Genesis was when I went. Lots of Zachary sets that could have been streamed that didn't. That was a nice hit. That was nice. Oh. Okay, got away with it. Yeah. No, God, no. I don't know what game this is, though. He saved Luma. Nice, good dash attack. So he kind of goes between covering jump and then also trying to make sure he's set up for rolls. But he's still trying to prioritize like that front-facing stuff. But because Rose is so tall, you can actually do short hop back here. MTK has this really cool setup with up smash at the ledge that I'm a big fan of. Like he'll run and up smash to cover roll. I gotta do more of that. I feel like Pit is really good against floaty characters. Yeah, for the most part, he's just got like very active hitboxes. This matchup is kind of tricky. I don't think it's bad by any means, but I mean, my practice in this matchup is the buzz. So playing against the buzz is more so the issue in that part rather than the matchup itself. I think it makes sense. Ooh, yep. Yeah, Luma play is always so terrifying. Dude, what? That was like jab jab into up air. Or nair? Was that nair? What was that? I'm trying to understand. No, that's an up tilt. No. Yes, it's an up tilt. Sorry. At least I think it is. It looks like an up tilt, but Rosa did up air. I guess because it's slightly delayed from like the hit stun. I don't know. Up tilt or up air, one of those two. I've never seen that before. That's a new setup to me. I think it's an attack cancel up tilt. Oh gosh. Attack cancels, no. I'll admit, attack cancels are something I don't quite understand. But I think that might be partly with dash attack cancels as well too. I think that's just one version. Nice. Yeah, the delay on it to force a low recovery is really nice. And that could have potentially been punished, but it was pretty risky, so he didn't pull the trigger on it. Interesting the way that he uses a lot of this aerial movement, really jumping up above. That's it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Was that it? No, how are you gonna show me one game? Please, go back. This is Mia. Okay, alright. They're just not gonna show it. So, the last game ended up happening, but now we'll go to Zachary versus Ouch. This is a matchup and a player I've played a lot. That was Q. I heard Q ask what stream it was. missed the punish. They got back-aired for it. No. Okay, but Zach Gray, what's it called? Okay, let's break it down a little bit here while we have a chance. So Zach Gray, or Ouch, picked Small Battlefield. It does make me wonder what Zach Gray would have ended up banning. I wonder what they started on. I mean, I don't hate Small Battlefield at all. I like Small Battlefield, but that's where Ouch decided to go. I know he's gone Battlefield against me before, so I feel like maybe Zach Gray got rid of Battlefield.
Am I shaky? Sorry.
Yep. Okay, yeah, a little bit off on the punish, but survives. Ooh, okay, that was actually punishable. Oh, good catch on the up smash startup. I don't think it would have killed, though. It would have been close. Maybe with rage there. I guess it might have killed. Oh my gosh, that almost did it. But that didn't do it. That was nice, but got caught a little bit trying to overextend a little too hard. Yeah. Oh, that was a good catch. I really like the way that he held his ground here and then did it down tilt after the back air. I guess you can do that, can't you? Alright, I'm actually taking a quick note of that. So, alright. Similar to fair down tilt, you can falling bear turnaround down tilt. I don't know how often I actually do that. And in this case, in place worked pretty well. I'm trying to think where else you would end up doing it. Like if you ended up approaching with it, you could, but I think the defensive play is a little bit better. It's interesting. You can maybe drift back a little bit depending on the speed of the character. As you can see with Wolf here, that's not really as much of a concern because it's more so about the initial dash here. He's able to do it at like a mid-range as well too. So he pokes it there. Yeah, I guess mid-range. Catches it. Okay. Oh, that's a big... No. This happened the way that it did because he didn't get the extra arrow. So he got this. If he got an arrow here, then it probably would have done it. Obviously, yes, he still had a chance to catch it there, but just missed it. Look, this is interesting. Yeah, I'm so terrified to do that kind of like movement in the air with Wolf back air. I'm worried that my like shield will just get stabbed. I wonder if you'll get shield stabbed at some point. Oh, wait, hold on. That was kind of a gamer F tilt. Wait. Oh, that could have not... That actually might have been it. So this here, when he forces this specific recovery and Ouch goes high and like attacks the stage, which this is kind of crazy that he manages to avoid it because I definitely get hit here like a fool. If he got a down air off on this, right, it just barely didn't come out, but if that down air hit, that's an F smash, and I think that actually kills at that point. We'll see if he loses the game off of that. He almost had it though, it was really close. Ooh. Let's see how he kind of discourages a high recovery, or like a high approach. Yeah, just kind of uses the platform as a shield. Uh-oh. That's bad, yeah. Yeah, and F-tilt at ledge in this matchup is one that I've always felt has been really hard, but so far I haven't seen Zachary actually get punished for it. I think a dash tech might do it here. Oh, the pressure. Holy. It's not it, though. Next back throw, I think, does it. Oh my gosh, just forward air. He just goes out there and does it. That's kind of gamer. Oh, he went Dark Pit? That's interesting. In my opinion, I don't... Well, maybe neutral pick. I'm watching. I want to see what you do with this, Zachary. Also, Ouch is the homie because Ouch beats Zachary, so I still have a chance to beat him before Zachary does. Even though I'm currently not that close. I have to work on this matchup. Ouch is also just very good. Oh my gosh. This is mostly from fast falls not coming out. Or maybe not trying to fast fall, but a lot of just no fast fall there and getting punished hard for it. And yeah, that portion might come into play. The arrow is a lot more punishing on hit off stage, so that might also play a factor here. You're pretty sure he switches from pit to dark pit every game? Well, that's a legitimate counter pick. The thing that's sad is we live in a character first society. And so I can't really take full advantage of it. It would be really nice to be like swapping over to Dark Pit when Smashville gets picked, but I have to predetermine it. You can still use it as a counter pick, but I think it's actually really interesting to have a main where you have a slight variation in your kit, and you can use that as a counter pick potential. Slight moveset change. Obviously, you might wish that you had it to begin with on your character, but yeah. That was really nice coverage by Zachary. No overextension, no nothing. So Ouch does this a lot, actually. This sort of like a high side B to hit ledge play. Because it doesn't look like it'll hit, but then it actually does. And Zachary's down air punishes are just missing. Let me see when he's reacting to that. Yeah, I think you have to catch it like right at the same time as the startup. Which honestly makes more sense because you probably can use that to catch the downer afterwards as well. Studying the competition. A little bit, I guess. I'm actually more curious about this because I just want to see how Zachary ended up doing versus Ouch overall. Ouch won this, so it's interesting to see. And I also like kind of seeing how Ouch is able to get the openings and stuff on Zachary. That's nice back here. How's it going though, Chips? Oh, he actually, I think he meant to do like a turnaround there. Also, you can tell that it's Saturday because KK's there. That almost just did it. That's crazy. You saw that on Smasher's app. Ouch kind of did Ouch things and won the set despite losing the whole time. Well, Wolf is a pretty explosive character, so you're never truly winning. Maybe if you have a 2-stock lead like this, then you might be winning, but we'll see what ends up happening here. I don't know if that dare was true, but it worked out. This is the part. Okay, so the part that's gonna be really interesting is to see how often Ouch gets these conversions, because this will happen a lot to me. Is I'll get hit by like one of these, and then it turns into like a few hits or something, and ends up being really hard. You're winning, then you get down thrown once. Somehow he kills you at 20 for getting one jump. Well, usually a little bit later percent than that, but it is still, I'd say, earlier than most characters are. You're comfortable with most characters killing. Oh, that could have been a down smash. He was a little bit early on the nair, I think. Let's have a look here. I think he might have been able to fastball that. He just didn't. That's not it. See, look at that. How does that poke? That's crazy. Insane. Yeah, very minus on hit arrow. Getting punished for it, finally. Oh my gosh, Ouch just does that. This is like such a crazy dare to do. So he's like chilling, he's like, alright. And then Zachary's like, I'm just gonna arrow over here, right? You're not gonna hit me with anything, right? And then he just jumps out and just nairs him. Such a crazy punish. Oh my gosh! Pit moment. That's not it. Yeah, good, smart, up B. That's it. I gotta get way better at that F tilt at ledge though. Should have dittoed him? Yeah, that would have been crazy. Gambare. But that's hilarious. So they're playing the set. They're playing the set, and then off to the side, there's somebody with some hiragana just being like, "Gambare. Do your best. Good luck." So when Zachary looks to the side, he sees it. W review. I appreciate it. Ouch loves reacting to ledge get-ups with grab. Stand just out of get-up attack range. React to your get-up dash grab. I love grab. I'm a big grab fan as well at ledge. So I get it. I really do.
Sam, is it time to bring back the yes-no chance?
Oh, this was good. Hold on. Wait, this is high-key super strong. Super strong pick gameplay from Zachary. Gets a fair here into the down tilt. I don't think it actually was true, but huge potential here. 45%. See, look at that! How does that work? Am I the only one mad about this? He's at 10%. He's like, alright, this is fine. I can deal, right? Even Zachary gets hit by this, by the way. This doesn't look like it hits above ledge. But it does. And it's snapped still. You know what I mean? That's a really good recovery. Uh-oh. Wait, hold on. This is secretly the problem in this matchup. This exact moment. When you start to believe a little bit too hard in down B, and you start getting up aired. I know this feel. This happens to me a lot. Alright, that was a nice up air. Coming a bit from the side, but worked out. Also, okay. Going back also really quickly to the counter picks. So Zachary went to town, and Ouch brought him back here. So that's kind of interesting too. Wolf side B is like if Ivysaur up air was bad. Ivysaur up air is a pretty good move. Side B is a very good move. Honestly, I think that I do think it's one of the most underrated recoveries. Wolves. I mean, maybe nowadays it's not as much of a contested topic, but most of the time, like at least when you were going through the most of the majority of Ultimate people would say that Wolf has a really bad recovery. That's not really true, at least in my opinion. Kind of similarly to how Cloud's is not actually as bad as it's made out to be, but Cloud can actually just die. So if you do end up picking off Cloud, it's Jover, but side B is like Wolf's side B is got enough variation in it. It has very punishing hitboxes, and like it's enough on its own, and then they get up B, right? It's kind of crazy. Wolf's recovery is punishable if you have a strong disjoint to stop it with. Yeah, if you have a good disjoint, if you can catch him very early in it, then it's also good, but that also somewhat comes down to what the Wolf decided to do, because most of the time you just can't get out there fast enough. So yeah, it's pretty good. And you're not saying it's bad, really good, but just the fact that it puts you in special fall makes it weird. Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if it didn't, I guess, for Wolf players, and it does have a fair amount of lag to it, but if you can get the hit of it, then it usually causes quite a bit of stun. It usually puts a lot of people in a bit of a pickle. See what... I don't know how safe it actually is. I think it is still not that safe, but the stun itself is what goes crazy. Oh, it just doesn't say. 18 frames. 18 frames of shield stun. So imagine that they hit and they land the next frame. So they land on frame 19, right? With 29 frames of landing lag. Oh my gosh. It's not as unsafe as you might think, but Pit can unshield down smash. Let's go. Let's go, Pit. Not bad. Also, this is a sweet spot. Dang, how is that sweet spot? Maybe it wasn't sweet spot, maybe it was just DI. Yeah. This is the painful part. This part is what really sucks about this matchup. So, he gets hit here with down throw. He techs it, but it doesn't matter because it's still punishable. And so he just gets a free punish, like, extra. That was almost a good punish on the Orbiters. I might have screwed Zachary over in this set. Ouch has a little bit too much XP in this matchup. Oh! Oh, that was a great punish. Ouch was ready, too. That's the thing. Alright, you ready for the Ouch clutch? Nice snare from Ledge. Unfortunately, Wolf's snare is a little bit bigger. Also haven't seen a single forward tilt hit Ledge. So far Zachary's been on it. And he's been doing it without the side B tech. It's actually very interesting to see. Sorry, I'm going back here. Actually, Ouch is not down at all. He's up very heavily. Yeah, that was great stall. Oh my gosh, yeah. Dude, I swear that... Oh my gosh. It is really interesting seeing the regular Ouch recovery, like the high recovery, still getting Zachary. Because I get hit by this every so often. I've tried to program in myself to like be more aware of it, but like it's interesting. Right, you toss your purple Pikmin at the startup of side B. Yeah, that makes sense. And then the only thing K-Rool has on Wolf is returning crown at ledge. Kind of just hits him, and there's nothing you can do. Yeah, well, I think for you, Chips, you'd have to call out, like you'd have to hard call out side B, But on the up B, you could definitely tank that with belly armor. So if they do a pretty poor like angle and it's very predictable, you could tank that and then just trade. But they'd have to get to pretty high percent for it to actually kill off of that trade. On the side B, up B's run off narrow dirt ledge. Yeah, on the side B, like that part's definitely a lot more difficult. Maybe an F tilt. I could see like a forward air or something, but yeah, no, I think you just kind of have to be using something like crown or whatnot. Low commitment is usually very good in that situation. You can see this one here as well. So Zachary gets in a good position on ouch here with this F throw, and then jumps around it. But the way that it works, so the thing is, like, if ouch ends up doing this high up B or side B, he can still hit like short hop, which is why you can't short hop here. You could maybe do like a slingshot backwards, but when this full hop happens, then he can't get the punish in time. You know what I mean? The heck. He has to like do a very early down air, but that doesn't connect properly. Oh, that was a really good up air. He's gonna get up aired. Almost. Oh my gosh, a down tilt actually hit the ledge. Oh my gosh, he got phantom footstool. Unlucky. No. Just. Come on. It's a tech situation. Kill confirm. Oh, I saw the fair. No way. He actually got it. Oh, wow, that was nice. Dude. I love pivot grabs too much. Pivot grabs are so cool, man. I'm the biggest pivot grab fan. So, someone is a huge ouch fan in the background. I love this. Kind of true. Kind of spitting. Yep. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. All right. Okay. What is ouch saying? Let's see what he bans. It looked like FD. FD. It's Smashville. the way the camera's positioned, it's like perfect. It looks like a touch screen. Do you know what I mean? It looks like he just touched the stages and was like, I want those two gone. And hollow. And then cube cameo. Let's go. What's up, Cube?
I have lots of people watching from home.
Cube. I got 10 on Zachary. I saw that.
There's no betting going on, right? Surely not. Well, you swap back to regular pit. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, that was a bit of a reach. I mean, I'll do that too a lot of the time, so I get it. That was nice. That was nice. Oh, wait, hold on. Zachary kind of gaming, and then he gets back aired. MFA's in the background. Is he this over here? This guy? Was I missing it? Does that help? What do you think? Is that MFA? So he has like So Zachary gets this one interaction, creates this perfect setup for all of this advantage state, right? Presses perfectly. He's got so many good situations. Get this up tilt. Oh, he's in front with the blonde. I see. And then he misses one and gets punished with the backer and dies. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Do you see this? The way this is something that is so uniquely Ouch though. Sometimes you're just in a situation where it's like, alright, whatever, I got hit by this fair. It doesn't look like it was that like well timed. This is fine, right? And then all of a sudden it just like you just wind up at way higher percent. You're like, what happened? How did that get here? Now he's got to watch out for a back air at ledge, because if he gets back aired, it's over. Ouch and Len, yeah. The thing is also on top of it, not just my own matches with Ouch, but Len also played against Ouch a decent number of times earlier on in Ultimate. No! The good DI on the down tilt. That's the one problem I have with, or not on the down tilt, on the downer, sorry. That killed? I don't think that meant to kill. Maybe, oh gosh. So again, he gets hit by the same thing again. He gets hit by the aggressive side B. Okay, let me go back to the calculation because I really want to understand this. If you end up hitting, and the next frame, Wolf lands. I'm just trying to understand how safe that is, because it'll be 30 frames landing like minus 18, so minus 16. That's kind of crazy. Gosh, so if you actually do cross that, there's a chance you might not get an easy punish. I guess if you did a down air out of shield, you could probably do something. Because normally down smash would be the best play, but the turnaround on its own would already be getting kind of bad. Interesting. But yeah, I think if he air dodged there or something, he might have been able to get out of it. Yo, what's up, Casual? How's it going? Also, holy, is Ouch farming right now. Oh. This is a classic. Gotta love this. There's a nice down tilt there. But again, like, it's all these situations where it does get kind of risky, honestly. But Zachary's not backing down out of the situations, I guess. I feel like part of the reason why Zachary's not doing so well right now, though, is he is really trying to scrap, and I don't recommend that in this matchup. Dark Pit better than Pit, or Dark Pit is better confirmed. Honestly, when he does the Dark Pit counter pick, it kind of works out most of the time. Look at this! Why are you trusting your disjoint? Why are you trusting your sword hitboxes? Don't you understand foot is stronger? Why are you trying to beat this out? Yeah, this is Zachary versus Ouch. Why are you trying to beat that out? Come on. That cleanly wins. It all makes sense to me. You know what? I wonder if he's going to do the super Ouch. Do the up E? Oh. Pressure. Okay. this exact situation. This here. The amount of times I've done this neutral getup into rollback is so funny. Hey, at least it seems to be a legitimate option. That's not it, but up B. He did not B. Oh my gosh, interesting. Oh, that's it. Okay. Into instant death. Oh, the forwarder spacing. Okay, wait, hold on. Zachary kind of. Oh. Oh, let's go. Ouch. Look at the way that he's playing so patient. That's it. Let's go, Cube. Cube is as soon as he sees this, he just pops in from the side here. Bro, Mario character moment. It's like a piranha plant or something. That's what I think about. Oh man. Let's do a quick rewind though, because actually I'm just gonna show this is the closest I've ever been to beating Ouch, but I also did not win. I'm curious what the percent was. Although what's it called? Zachary had one shot at it, and he went to game 5. Okay, this was the situation that was like so close to working out for me, it just barely didn't work. Because he picked right, it was basically like a 50-50 chance. So got this into there, and then I tried to read the double jump like right there, double jump / up B, but he jumped out to the side, so this whiffed. If I had read this instead, it wouldn't have killed. That's kind of why I went for the down air anyway. But yeah, it didn't work out. Wait, I did 60%? 70%. 70%. Zachary. 49. I'll just leave it at that. I'm kidding. This is so petty. What's it called? Most of the time I get 3-1 by Ouch. 3-1 or 3-0, so Zachary going 3-2 is pretty good. Silver greater than Zachary confirmed. Okay, actually I do have to show one more thing from this. There was a really sad moment. So I was down, but I had this almost super sick kill, but the game was not on my side. I think it's right here actually. Watch this.
Okay, good confirm. That's about as much as you can get, but it is not really.
Actually, no, this is not it. Is it? Wait, maybe it is. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Come on. Catch the spot dodge, like spot dodge read. Into this, right? Shield it. Read that. Get the arrow. Still get the recovery. Punish. Parry this. Up tilt. Into the up air landing. And then it doesn't connect. Come on. Come on. Such a pit moment. You've seen this moment multiple times when studying to fight Wolf. It's sad every time. Yeah. Yeah, I think the main thing that ended up doing Zachary in this set, from what I could tell, although it wasn't necessarily bad for him, I do think he scrapped maybe a little bit too much. That's just me. It's not necessarily a bad thing to scrap all the way with Wolf, but the problem is that you really have to be on point with all your decision making, because Wolf has a lot of safe pokes. He can drift very well. If there's like a point blank attack, you'd have a chance to was a point blank attack, you'd have a chance to try and do out of shield or something still, but that's why I kind of prefer to try and use the grounded movement a little bit extra, because that is the one thing that we do have over Wolf in this matchup. But I also haven't beaten Ouch, So there's still a lot of work on that front for me. Actually, Casual, while you're here, I did want to watch the Chag set, but I couldn't find it so far. Do you know where it got streamed? Is it on this kind of phone recording? Because I probably have time to do that, and then I'll probably wrap up my stream. It's on Chag's Twitch. Isn't it Chag SBC like this?
Yeah, nice.
This looks like Chag, but it's not Chag. Maybe YouTube? Oh my gosh. Can I... Okay, hold on a second. Give me like half a minute here. Chag... How? Channel. Chag. SBC. No, it's not streamed. Does he just not have it? I guess he just doesn't have archiving on. Because I'm pretty sure this is his channel. Yeah. I guess that one's kind of lost to time. It almost looks like. That's tough. I would have loved to have seen that one. Okay. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else that I want to take a look at? Well, maybe I won't watch anything else, but I'll just get a couple reps in. Actually, that's a bad idea. Give me... Oh, there's an update on the system. Right. Yo, Paulo. Things are going well. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing pretty well. What was I gonna say? I'm gonna say that what was that? That was a system update. There's a strange system update thing. Bit tired, just got out of work. That's fair. Well, at least you're off of work. You're back. Unable to verify membership. Am I currently not... What? Maybe now I am. Okay. Not that I was planning on going for online matches right now, but that was just interesting. I'm gonna try out a little bit of the bear turnaround down tilt stuff. I gotta get way better at turnaround down tilt. I don't use it a lot because I have to manually input it, so a lot of that ends up getting kind of tricky to pull off, especially in high intensity situations. But there are a couple things that I think I'm passing up by not doing it. So we'll just want to take a quick second to practice things. Should also probably be using my main controller, but yeah, actually I will use my main controller. Yeah, I use complete default controls casual. So yeah, I have Smash Stick. I think this is the one that I've been using. Alright. Down tilt are the easiest Smash Stick bros. Yeah. Down tilt is the easiest one though, yeah. It's true. The one that's really a pain is the one that's a pain is the F tilt and up tilt. You can just down plus whatever direction you want to down tilt and then A. I'm not sure what exactly you mean. I'm assuming you're just talking about like on the analog stick. I know about that, but the thing is kind of it takes some time to make sure to practice the precision of it, and each controller is different. So the amount of time that I've actually spent on practicing it for all of my controllers is pretty low. But I should be spending a little more time on it. I have to do it as well too because every so often I want to do pivot F tilts, and that is also that's an extremely hard input for me. Like that. I would love to do pivot up tilt, but those ones are also very hard too. Buffering, turnaround, down tilt, and up tilt is one of the things I struggle with. Yeah. It is tricky, and then yeah, it's all about the positioning like of the analog stick. So it looks like I have no A button. It's just the filter. I have no A button. It's gone. But just the idea of like where you angle it. If I had an input viewer that actually would. Like, if I had a way to input viewer my controls, I would love to do that. I don't know how people do it while simultaneously connecting it to a system. I might have to look into that at some point, because I'd really like to have an input viewer at some point. I think that'd be a really interesting stream. Your tilt sticker says not that bad for you, yeah. Yeah, the pivot F tilts or pivot F tilt up tilt is pretty tough. Up tilt's the one that matters maybe a little bit more for that. I don't think F tilt is as much of a deal, or as much of a big deal. Like, yes, it exists, but at the same time, if you're using F tilt already, it's pretty intentional. So yeah, pivot up tilt isn't too bad for you. You have tap jump off. Yeah, I have tap jump on, so if I'm lazy with it, I just get destroyed. Anything up is hard with tap jump. That's why you get shortcuts, or you end up making little tricks so that you can't screw up the thing. So for example, I'm like usually like pre-holding up on some of these so that I can get like the up tilt. Obviously not in a situation here where it's going to properly combo, but I think you get the idea of what I mean. But yeah, I think I need to practice a little bit more of that. The main reason that this is coming up is because of Zachary did this one kind of back air down tilt like this. I do a lot of fair down tilt like that. What's kind of nice about it is the way that it just very naturally leads in. It almost kind of pokes a little further too, which is really nice. Right, because it starts like this, but then if I end up turning around immediately afterwards, you can see how this comes through. So we got that, right? and then you turn around afterwards, and you can see that. Yo, either low E or low. I'm gonna do real low E, but please feel free to correct me. Did I know that Longo switched from Rob to Pit? I did see that recently. I haven't actually watched Longo's, like I haven't watched the Pit gameplay, but I did know about the Rob, and yeah, low E is right. Yeah, I did hear about it. I haven't watched the gameplay yet, but I am curious to take a look at it. I did see that recently. I think most notably I was taking a look at the latest shoe stats, and I saw that Longo was there. It's also really interesting because this almost like... the best Rob switch to Pit. Have to hit the innermost sweet spot back here. Well, I'm mostly trying to see off of like a more kind of standard back air hit rather than like poking straight up. Because I'd rather not be trying to fish for close sweet spot, but sometimes that is how it is, right? Not true, but it looks really cool. Feels so close, though. Let me just try with a bigger character. But all the best Robs do switch to Pit. That's why I use swap fields. I get it. 100%. Let's just use... I would use K-Roll, but K-Roll usually ends up causing problems. I usually end up getting sweet spot dares when I don't mean to. Like that. You love using dash cancels in true combos. It might be able to do bear, dash, down, tilt, up, tilt. This? Or maybe you mean like a dash tag cancel. Well, you could say dash cancel. I'm not entirely sure. But I also don't use too many, what's it called? I don't use too many dash tag cancels or attack cancels in my gameplay. Let me take a look at this again. Right, so we can cut a little bit of time out if we end up doing that. Fastball slightly late in that option. I might be able to get a little bit of time. It's not with the intent of necessarily making this true. Just trying to see how tight I can actually get it. Because the dare is not true. I guess maybe what you could do is a Also, do I even have the right thing on? I might have stealing off. Yeah, there we go. Honestly, forget to uncheck that a lot of the times. Give me a full dash. You'd like to check the hit stun. Percent where it's true. Smash calculator. Checking bear real quick. Sounds good. This is a slow air dodge. It's true. I'm bounded for that one. Interesting. The forward air version is so close to true, but it's just a little bit off. Probably a way to beat this. How close is that, man? Oh my god. I bet if you put a little bit of extra damage, it probably could work without sending too far away. Maybe. Really? I guess not, huh? How much does this actually do? 31. More consistent with the tilt and air loops. Yeah, they feel so good when you pull it off, but yeah, it's pretty tricky. A lot of these aren't fully true, but at least it like is linking well enough. A lot of times, if it links well enough, most people's kind of panic options or whatever end up getting stuffed out. So, kind of nice where you can react to it. Yeah, that one I tried to do in place a little bit more and I got boned. I have to spend a lot more time on the, there's a lot of situations that I really need to be practicing a little bit more because I think some of my overall punishment has gotten a little bit weaker. Yeah. Default training mode is too bare bones. At least it has an SDI option. Yeah. It's definitely not as far as some people would love. Having like an infinite shield would be really nice, but unfortunately it's just not the case. But I don't know. That's how it goes, right? How is that not true? Is it really not true? Or maybe it's the fact that that just isn't true. I thought it normally registers in the combo counter. Yeah, maybe I guess you just have to walk forward because the dash is a little bit too slow. You can never get down throw up tilt to show is true. On this one, the way that it shows up is if you just kind of walk forward a little bit, it looks like. I wonder at 0 if it just doesn't work. there like that. But yeah, all right. I'm gonna do a little practice drill here. You might have seen it already, but it was just setting up some of the pressure and the spacing. So what basically happens is I'm setting up a little bit of a kind of spot before the opponent, spacing just in front of them, and then I'm basically going to poke with the down tilt. But I'm also trying to use a little bit more of my movement beforehand, just to sort of throw off my movement, make it a little bit more kind of tricky and stuff. But I'll basically be doing back air down tilt. Alrighty. But basically, just as I'm not trying to hit back air, I'm trying to hit the down tilt. That was a nice one. Need to train slingshotting. Yeah. The thing that was fortunate for me is that slingshot kind of naturally ended up just showing up in my play, just the way that I ended up kind of layering pressure on myself. So I ended up being able to just kind of transfer it over a lot, which is nice. Yo, Lion, it's been a bit. How you doing? Stream is going well. I was just doing some VOD reviewing, and now I'm kind of practicing a couple inputs, a couple routes here. We will Maison eventually. We definitely have to get there. We have to return. I'm always down to watch Maison. Great series. You got here earlier so you could watch the VOD review. Yeah, sorry. I guess there is the VOD still. There'll be the VOD after this, but unfortunately, I'm gonna have to be winding down my stream pretty shortly, just because in the next half an hour I've got some coaching going on, so I can't keep streaming. That's why Wednesday is a little bit. Wednesday is always a short stream because of that. Gotta figure out stuff you can practice with Olimar in training mode. There's recovery stuff, right? I guess you already know some of those. I know you were showing me some of the recovery stuff, but I'm sure the recovery trajectories with different Pikmin holds would be pretty interesting to try out. Also, I guess kind of setting up the same sort of like hitbox walls that I'm kind of doing with Pip, but with Olimar is also a pretty good way. Because again, a lot of the setups that you currently have, Wayman, are based off of Whiff Punish, or otherwise kind of using Up Smash, which is a pretty close punish. So you want to also be able to extend the advantage by basically pushing people into not great spots, right? No, come on, man. Really? Interesting. I wish it was a little bit easier to get some of those kind of pop-ins. Like, I think it'd be really fun if we were, like, able to go like this. It's like, take, like, this situation, you're just kind of, like, in a bad spot, and then being able to just kind of, like, pop over person behind me for a finisher. Like that. More or less. The up air that drags them in front of us. Yeah. There are some silly situations for sure. The ledge tomahawk, that was cool. Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about. It was basically like this, right? It was kind of like that. I do love that. Up air, pop up at ledge F throw. Do you mean from the ledge? Or do you mean... Because the general way, if you get the up air pop up, what you can do is you can just up smash. That's, I'd say, generally the most applicable setup. I don't know if the pop-up maybe puts it a little bit too far, but I guess the dragon, like you're talking about, might end up working out still to an F throw. The only problem is for a character like Bowser, he's really heavy, so the grab doesn't end up working too well. But other characters, yes. What I'm trying to get is I'm trying to get a poke like in this direction so that I can down smash with the front. But it seems to always be the wrong hit. There we go. I guess what I have to go for more so is a non-fastball version and just kind of look to aim for maybe even like a couple of hits on the up air. Maybe. I don't know. So close. I was seeing him do like this sort of side B, but did he do some of the side B snaps? I don't think I saw any of the games that I was watching, but I'm curious. Because I saw some of that, but I do think side B as a snap option is really nice. I also especially like stuff like this, so you can just kind of chill at ledge. You can do this and snap the ledge, because if you don't grab the ledge, so you can re-grab it way faster. Just kind of gives you a chance to like poke, almost like a Sephiroth kind of thing. Did them a lot more often in pools, but I see. I only watched the Set versus Meow, the Greninja. That's the one that I saw in pools. I guess that has way more delay to it than I think. Like holding the B button when you're doing orbiters so you can release them on reaction. Hold it for one thing less than reduced. I think it has a minimum animation length. I guess it's a minimum of 39. So like you said, 21 frames. Stay back. Stay back. He is very vocal. Some people get really sick of his voice, though. But it's fun, in my opinion. What's the one that's really good? It's like... hold on a second. Trying something out. I'm kind of forgetting how it works. This is actually not that bad. Obviously very punishable, but the way that you do it down, you land very quickly. What I'm actually trying to do is I'm trying to do a shot above the ledge to quick land. I kind of forget how it works. Yeah, he definitely has some character in this game. This is kind of that drift back a little bit that helps. Oh, come on. Oh, that was pretty close. Toxic victory speeches. You want to talk toxic, Wii Fit is toxic. Wii Fit will be like, that was a great workout. Like, you're playing in a super tense game 5. She whiffs an up smash and she's like, keep those glutes tucked in. She's kind of crazy sometimes. I just play toxic characters. You know, maybe kind of spitting, because Cloud's like victory speech is like, don't think poorly, don't think badly. It's like, what do you mean? Of course I will. You were back airing the whole game. Hello? I'm supposed to feel well about that? Feel good about that? Come on. Swag and low profile. With the crouch. Yeah. Crouch is actually really good. Crouch is crazy. I also think that pick crouch is like just on the line of like workable. It's actually kind of nice to be able to have a crouch that is still like pretty standard, but still serviceable in some situations. Yeah, game over for you. Victory! That one's a good one. I love that one. Yeah, the tomahawk grab too. That's a true combo for Cloud players. It's true. Good point. Okay, let's just because I'm gonna do one quick play match. A single quick play match. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if I get anybody. My region is notorious for not matching up. Yeah, that was easy. That's a good one too. Is that Pupper? Don't mind the Olimar. That was Solimar. that's Solimar. That's why he's not an elite. You don't understand. Okay, we have someone. Let's see who we get. See if I can get some of that back air going. You only have Bayo out of elite. You play against this Cloud. Oh, Smitty. I know who Smitty is. I'm tired of trying to parry everything just to get nothing out of it. Yeah. Person. I did recognize you. I'm sorry. Ah! Okay, that's good. Okay. Oh gosh, I didn't stick. No! No, impossible. Okay, I almost got that. Yeah. Unfortunately, Ultimate's parry system's not particularly great for getting the stuff, so... No, I didn't mean that. No. No. Oh, that's bad. Nice, I did on this one. Double back and not in the spot that's punishable. No! Oh my gosh. I'm terrified for a second. Let's go. Down throw up smash, my goat. Except it semi-recently started dropping on me a lot. It's supposed to be the reliable punish. Oh my gosh, that's not punishable. Not with that option, at least. That's not it. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Yeah, okay, my bad. My bad for challenging. That was nice. Okay, okay. I see. That shield stabbed me! I actually was still holding it. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. What? Oh my gosh. No. Take this. Oh my gosh, I didn't kill. No. Oh, that was good. Nice no jump. No. Wait, I'm gonna get clutched off. Straight up. That's it. I love Delta Up Smash. One thing that takes you off an ultimate is how broken projectiles are. Projectiles are pretty strong. I believe in your pit making it into Elite Smash. You can do it. Silver never gets clutched off. That is completely false. But we can pretend that. We can pretend that. One more. One more. I don't want to one and done someone I know. Yeah, I love side B. Eventually, I got it to work in Japan, and that's all that mattered to me. But the random side B is going. That's nice. That was a nice up tilt. Oh wow, I really didn't get a chance to finish it. Full momentum there. What's to happen there? Ooh, that was close. Don't say you love side B. I love side B though. It's true. Well, I know that move is bad. I'm not saying it's good, but I do like it. Okay. Nice, that was a good one. It's a little bit harder for character for me to get the accurate down click on. So I'm not really in a situation where I'm looking for that. Okay, yeah. Makes sense. No, come on. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That's good. Cool, that was good. Okay. Okay, yeah. Nice. Thought I got it. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Gotta watch out for that. Nice, that's good. Yep. That's not it, but it's close. Dang, missed it. That's good, yeah. I probably deserve to die off just that. Dang. That hits them. Tried to block it. Ooh, gosh! Nice. Oh, that's not a good art here. Not what you got away with it. No! Come on! Just a little bit late. Or I might have missed the spacing, I forgot. Alright, one more. Uno mas. We'll do best of 3. But this is for real, the last one. Yeah, I should have shielded for that. I didn't react to that. Wow, really? Okay, I gotta be more careful than that. Okay, no, it is minus on here. This felt so true, you know? Not close enough to the stage. Yeah, yeah. okay, I got a fail. That's cool. It all worked out. I didn't deserve to live that, though. Unfortunately, can't mash that one on me, though. Dang, I tried. I ended up getting way closer to the top. Really? It's still up there. Wasn't it? Nice, that's good. Nice. I was gonna walk more in this matchup. I always forget that. Oh my gosh, I'm missing so many almost punishes that just don't quite work out. Oh, I tried. Yeah, go on. Nice, good catch. Alrighty. We'll end stream at that. But yeah. Thanks for watching. And we'll probably get back to streams on Monday, if I was to take a guess. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you missed the VOD review portion, you can take a look a little further back. But yeah, till the next time. See you folks later. See you, casual.